Hey everybody, welcome back to another Wednesday night Q&A. Let's hope everything's going to work tonight. My microphone still isn't working, so I'm just using my computer microphone again. So if you can't hear me for some reason, let me know and we will start it over, but let me get things set up over here so I can see our chat. All right, we have 4 people here, so the notification definitely has not gone out yet. We will just give it a minute before we get started. And I'll just apologize now. I have been losing my voice all day long, so I'm going to be stopping a lot to drink my water. Brett, hello. And Pete from Pittsburgh, hello. Welcome to the chat. Sydney is here, hello. Sydney, I saw your Twitter message and let me know if you start getting those newsletters. I took you off the list and added you back in, so hopefully it works this time. If anyone else is ever having issues where you're not getting the newsletter, shoot me a message, either an email, mention it here, send me a DM on Twitter. I think that we've been having this problem over and over where I have to take people off the list and manually put them back in, so just let me know if you are signed up for the newsletter and not getting it. AJ, hello. Martin, hello. You can hear me. Great. I still need to get this microphone situation figured out, but I think it might be a problem with the software I'm using, so something to work on this week. Jermaine, let's cut some cords. Bill, hello. Colin, hi. Jeff, hello. Brett says, how was my week? Really good so far. Really having a good week. So thank you so much for asking. Super busy, but really good. Chris says, raining cats and dogs with a flood and tornado watch in Jersey? My gosh. Yikes. Be safe, please. The notification went out. Awesome. Chris says, don't forget to like the live stream. Yeah, if you enjoy these videos, please do give it a like. G-Money, thank you. G-Money says that my hair looks good. Thank you, I appreciate that. Normally I make it straight for these because it gets a little wild, but with this humidity, man, crazy. Joseph, hello. Okay, yeah, let's get into it with this Locast discussion. So, for those of you who have not been following along over on quirkersnews.com, there has been a ton of Locast news this week. So, yep, everyone's asking about the rolling against Locast. So, hang on just a second here and let me grab these posts for you. Let me see here if I can find that first one. Here's this one. Let me copy it and put it in the chat here. I should have been more prepared for this. Okay, there we go. Okay, sorry, I froze there for a second. Okay. So in that first one, we saw that Locast took a hit in this lawsuit from all of the broadcasters. So ABC, CBS, Fox, and NBC are suing Locast. They want to have it shut down. And all along, Locast has been saying that it provides a public service and it's retransmitting free over-the-air content, and it's allowed to do that under the copyright law. So the broadcasters came back and said, no way, you're violating this copyright law, not okay. And this week, a judge actually ruled in favor of the broadcasters. But the reason for it is that with Locast asking for those $5 a month donations, they are saying that Locast was using some of that money to expand into new locations, which was violating the exemption that they were running under with the copyright law. So that does not mean that the case is over. It just means that it's likely going to go to trial now. So we will be hearing more about this. But no, Locast right now is not shutting down. So I've seen a lot of questions over in the Facebook group, especially, of people asking if this means that Locast is shutting down, if it means that they should not donate anymore, anything like that. And the answer for right now is that everything is going to stay the same and Locast is going to keep running. However, we did get one more update just before we started this. I just posted like 2 hours ago, and let me grab that one for you guys too and paste it here in the chat. So Locast is no longer going to interrupt programming to ask for donations. So after that ruling earlier this week, I think it was just yesterday, Locast was, So before all of that, Locast would send you notifications every 15 minutes or so asking for donations. But today they sent out an email to subscribers or users saying that they are no longer doing that. They will no longer interrupt programming to ask for those donations. So they are still asking for the donations. They just won't be interrupting programming to do it. So they are telling people that they want them to keep donating. They're using that to keep the service up and running, but they won't be sending out those very intrusive notifications anymore, which is good news. So personally, some of you have been asking me what I'm going to do. I'm going to keep donating. I think it's just a few bucks a month, so might as well keep doing it because it's a valuable service to me. So that was kind of a long explanation, but that's what's going on with Locast. So I would love to know what you guys think. Definitely let me know in the chat. I see some of you are already talking about it. So let's see here. Bill says, what happened is what I have said all along. It was not free, but it is free now. I would say that's pretty true. They were trying to say all along that they were a free service because they weren't demanding these donations. They were just asking for them. But like we've all been saying all along, the judge agreed that it was basically mandatory donations because of all of those interruptions. All right, let's see here. What's everybody else saying? DMS says, big broadcast corporations have too much power and money for Locast to stand a chance. I would say that's probably kind of true. I know that Locast does have a team of lawyers working with them, but it is, I'm sure, hard to go up against ABC, NBC, Fox, CBS. It's crazy. Bill says, you should keep donating. I donated once and will do it again if it launches in Austin. Yep, personally, I will keep my monthly donations. All right, let's see here. Romeo says Locast should be totally free, and it is, and it's going to be easier to use it as a free service now. Tony says, feels like we were just on here yesterday. A week went by so fast. Completely agree. I could not believe it was Wednesday already. But my notification popped up in my calendar saying, don't forget to go live stream. So yeah, I thought the same thing. This week has really flown by. Howard, I did not get your DM about Hulu on Apple TV. If it was on Twitter, I'll check it after this. I've gotten a lot of DMs in the past couple weeks, so I may have just missed it, but I'll check again. Jermaine says they shouldn't ask for money each day. They should just have one donation drive per year like PBS. Yeah, that would be a great solution. Although they are making a ton of money. So let me read these numbers for you so I don't get them wrong. In the letter that this judge wrote that was going against Locast, it says that in 2020, Locast's operating costs were $2.436 million. And for revenue, they made $4.372 million. So the donation thing is working. They're making an awful lot of money here. Michael says, sadly, I think Locast will not survive. Unfortunately, I'm kind of getting to a point where I agree with you. I really like Locast. You guys all know that. I've been talking about it nonstop since it launched in Cleveland, but yeah, it's not looking great. DMS says, I'll keep saying it, Locast will go the way of Napster, unfortunately. Ron says, Jess, if they can act like PBS and fold support in, Locast may make it. I would love for them to make it. I hope that they do. I think it's a great service. And I think that I'm a good example of who needs this service because my antenna just doesn't pick up channels in my location. So it is great for people like me and people who are way out in the country who don't get service too. Jordan says only a matter of time before Locast Plus gets released. Maybe. That might be it. Bill says that Rewind TV is awesome. Bill, yeah, I've seen a couple of your posts about Rewind TV. Awesome. Yeah, Christopher says Arrow was the same thing and it failed. That's true. I think that It was a little bit different because I don't think they were running under a nonprofit, if I'm remembering correctly. So, I don't know. I don't know what the big differences are and how Locast is going to come back and fight this, but we will wait and see. Sydney says, new OTA Rewind TV launched today, features 80s and 90s sitcoms. Yep, and then their other channel is doing, I believe, 60s and 70s content. So lots of good stuff over the air. Colin says, Locast is really going up against large media conglomerates. Yes, they are, yeah. And I think that's kind of the issue too, is that people are saying it's just going to be impossible for them to fight against these huge, huge companies. So again, we will just kind of wait and see what happens. I'm really pulling for Locast, but not so sure. Michael has a good point. Isn't that a for-profit organization when you make more money than you need? I think that right now they are just trying to prove that they are using the money in the right way that fits within all of the guidelines. Keith says that they are going against deep pockets, and that is absolutely true. So yeah, that's just kind of where we're at with Locast right now. I'm kind of glad that we got some kind of update just before we started the Q&A so that I had some kind of good news to share with you. And we will update again whenever we know more. All right, Jermaine says, all the Harry Potter films are back on HBO Max this month after magically disappearing. Very nice. From Peacock. The films keep bouncing back and forth from HBO Max to Peacock. Yeah, all of these licensing deals and stuff, and just like periods of time when they can be on each thing before they get picked up by another one. It's wild. But we always post whenever something like that happens because I know we have some big Harry Potter fans. So just like to keep everyone updated on that. My gosh, I cannot speak today. I've been doing too much talking. Okay. Let's see. Howard says, I get lots of channels with my antenna, but CBS will not work. Yeah, that's one of my issues too. I was getting a few channels. I think I had 12. But I wasn't getting NBC, and there are some shows that I really like on NBC, so I was bummed about that too, which is why Locast was a great option for me, and still is. James wants to know when Tubi Sports will be updated. I don't think they gave us a date yet. I think they just said that it would be coming out, and I don't think they have told us exactly what they will get when, so just kind of keeping an eye on it for now. Roy says Locast will end up being a no-cast. Oh, that's sad. But I like that joke a lot. Thank you. All right, Jeff says, had a 4K realization this week. Unfortunately, hardware advancing content. Oh, do you mean that the hardware is there, but the content is not keeping up? Because I think that's an issue that a lot of other people have too. That they have these 4K TVs, they have 4K streaming devices, and there just isn't enough 4K content to make it worth it. So you are not alone in thinking that, and I think that's why so many people have an issue with this YouTube TV add-on, is that it's just not worth the extra money every month if there isn't enough content to watch. Yeah, oh, okay, here's another one that I was excited for tonight. Frayden says, we did it, Jess. Netflix has officially saved Manifest. So exciting. Absolutely agreed. And I will say that the team over at TV Guide is taking partial credit. So they've been posting nonstop about saving Manifest. And after they posted a little video on social media for it, Netflix made that announcement just after. So good stuff. Thank you, TV Guide, for helping to bring back Manifest. Yeah, I know we have a lot of Manifest fans here. I really like it. You guys convinced me to watch it, and I'm a fan. Do I use an RG6 cable with my antenna? I do not. I do not do anything except plug the antenna into the TV and hope for the best. Saturday, you turn 50, Howard. Happy early birthday. Everyone wish Howard a happy birthday in the chat. Very exciting. Are you doing anything fun for your birthday? Let us know. Eric says, Locast is now officially nonprofit, free will donation business. The service will not ask for donations. Yep. Good stuff. And I think that's kind of what we were all hoping for. It is very annoying to get those notifications. For me personally, it's very much worth the monthly donation, but I know for others, it might not be. Howard, are you seeing all of this birthday love in the comments? Love this. Okay, let's see here. THX says, with the news about the Locast lawsuit, I feel like I'm running out of affordable local streaming options. Yeah, but like I said, for right now, everything is still running as normal, so don't worry about it just yet. It seems like this lawsuit will not happen until 2022, so we still have time. So don't worry about it just yet. Bill says, why don't the big three networks stream stations themselves? Then there would be no need for Locast. They do have streaming services, but obviously money is the issue here. They must be making more money doing other things to make it not worth it for them to do something separately. Who knows? But it's always about money. It's always what it comes down to. I need a picture of a TV on the wall. I have a giant TV sitting right across from me, but no way to put it up on the wall, and I think it would just be distracting. I don't know. I know you guys hate the background. I don't know what to do about it. I'll do something sooner or later. Chris says that Manifest is a show that doesn't make sense, but he likes to watch it. Yeah, I get that. I'll be honest, I was a little confused during the first episode, but I like it. Did I get to try out the Vizio TV and SmartCast? I have the Vizio TV right over here. I have some apps on it. I have started using it. The picture is beautiful. The sound is great. I'm still getting used to the interface and everything, but I will have some kind of review or something up next week, so stay tuned for that. But yeah, I'm really liking it. It's really nice. Let's see here. Mike says, Jess, Locast will be gone and antenna doesn't work where I am. Is there a service I can use to get local TV without going back to cable? Yeah, there are a few options. So you could do live TV streaming services. So Hulu with Live, YouTube TV, all of those will have local channels. Unfortunately, it's pretty expensive. So that's one option. And then the other is, depending on what you're looking for, if you just want like news and weather, there are free streaming services. Stir gives a local feed of a bunch of cities across the country, so those are a couple of options for you. If anyone else has suggestions, legal suggestions, please leave them in the comments. I know this is frustrating, but like I said, Locast is not shutting down right now, so we are good to go for now. Bill says that News On is another good local news option. Yeah, if anyone else has any suggestions, go ahead and leave them in the chat. Sydney says, put a Cleveland Browns poster of Baker Mayfield on the wall. Not a bad idea. Football season is coming up in just a few days, so maybe. What size and model? I forget the name of the model. Sorry, I had it sitting right in front of me and I moved the paper over to the other side of the room. It is a 65-inch TV, and I'm trying to see where that paper is, but I think it's too far away. But yes, I will have more info up on courtcuttersnews.com soon. NYC says, in hindsight, the WWE Network content migration to Peacock was rushed before the standalone app shut down. Agreed. I'm glad Disney isn't rushing to shut down Hotstar in the US until late 2022. Yeah, unfortunately, we're kind of seeing some issues that Peacock is running into with live events. I think I mentioned to you guys that I was very concerned about how the Olympics would go, and it was a little messy, unfortunately. But yeah, the WWE Network stuff, I know that fans of WWE are really having a tough time with that one and running into a lot of buffering issues, things not playing at all. It's been really frustrating. So I was hoping that they would get it sorted out quickly, but it looks like it's just not great. That was not a great kickoff for Peacock. And yeah, with the Olympics, things were just kind of disorganized, and you would click on a video and it wouldn't be the event that you were looking for. So just a very frustrating experience all around. Excuse me, sorry. Okay. We have some people who are not fans of the Cleveland Browns. I promise I will not put any Brown stuff up on this side of the room. THX says, do I need to cancel my donation to Locast, or will it be automatically canceled? If you do want to cancel it, you will have to go in there and cancel it yourself. They still want people to donate, so they're keeping those monthly donations going, but you can go in there and shut it down yourself. Oh, Brett says, if anyone has Peacock, check out Dr. Death. I watched the first 2 episodes, really, really good. So I'm with you, Brett. Great show. Somebody asked for antenna recommendations for in their attic. If anyone has any suggestions and you want to leave them in the chat, please do. Bill recommended the Clearstream 2 Max. We've got some Browns haters in the chat, my gosh. Sorry guys, it's gonna be all Browns for me once the season starts. I promise not to talk about it too much. Yep, lots of people saying that they got that Locast email. For those of you who didn't get it, I copied the email in a post over on CoreCuttersNews.com. It's the featured post, so it's right front and center. Howard also has a Clearstream, but no CBS. Yeah, that's my problem too. I just don't get all of the channels. Mike says, put a monitor behind you and Skype with Luke on Wednesday. I think that Luke would rather not give up every single one of his Wednesday nights to be on a Skype screen with me. But if he ever wanted to, I'd be in for that. Oh, another good show. Daniel says, has anyone seen Only Murders in the Building yet? I have. I watched the first episode earlier today and loved it. So if anyone's looking for a good kind of murder, mystery, comedy mashup, it is on Hulu. They have 3 episodes out right now, and it is great, in my opinion. Eric says, looking forward to Seinfeld coming to Netflix. Yeah, for those of you who haven't heard, Seinfeld left Hulu back in June, and it's coming to Netflix on October 1st, so we can all look forward to that. Jordan says, Mohu has some good antennas. Agreed. I have their Leaf antenna and I like it a lot. Unfortunately, because of my location, I just don't get as many channels as I would like. Jeff says that my girlfriend watched Marvel Infinity War and Endgame on Disney Plus on the app for Tizen. She said she thought she was in a movie theater. Love to hear that. I've been hearing that a lot lately just because of the pandemic. People are really taking the time to set up their cord cutting setup in a way that makes them feel like they're in a theater. So surround sound, getting bigger TVs, love to hear it. Bill says, everyone that has Philo, remember that it has a 72-hour rewind. It has saved me. I had forgotten to record it. Yeah, that's awesome that you can go back and watch things from up to 72 hours ago. Very cool feature. Jermaine wants to have Luke's head floating behind me. Sounds like the Wizard of Oz, which is kind of fun. Pelican is saying, what's the best channel to use for free to watch the NFL? So there is Locast if you want to watch the games that are on those basic channels. If you're looking for NFL Network, you will not find it for free, at least not legally, and we only talk about legal services. So I would recommend Locast or using an antenna. All right, I'm seeing some more NFL talk and I like it. Let me know which team you root for. Even if it's not the Browns, it's okay. We can all still get along. Thomas says, DirecTV Stream just came out. Yes, for those of you who didn't know, AT&T TV has rebranded once again. It is now DirecTV Stream. You can find all of the info about that over on corkettersnews.com. All right, Freyden says Dolby Atmos if you can get it and then watch something that has been absolutely amazing. I will say one of the things that has been great for me is using a Roku soundbar and their surround sound speakers. Big fan, love that. Blackworm says, write an article about local BTV. Is that a legal service? I will look into it. Mike says I should watch the new show Chucky. I don't know about that. I might be okay with that one since it's not like ghosts and creepy things. Chucky never really bothered me. I'll try it. I'll give it a go. Eric says that DirecTV Stream is getting promoted a lot on sports podcasts. Yeah, definitely. And I will say it's a great option for sports fans just because they have all of those regional sports networks. So they are a little bit more expensive, and I know you guys have some strong feelings about AT&T, but it is one of the best options for sports fans. Do I get Rewind TV on your sub channel? I'm not sure. I have used Locast in the last couple days, but I've gone straight to the channel I want. So I haven't noticed it, but I will look for it. Jordan, thank you for the suggestion about the antenna. I will definitely look into that. Whoops, I'm clicking right out of my screen here. Okay. Michael says, thank God DirecTV didn't use plus in their title. My gosh, tell me about it. I thought for sure it would be Stream Plus or something. Bill says if AT&T touches it, it goes downhill. I know a lot of you feel that way. We have a very anti-AT&T audience. There are some people who absolutely love what used to be AT&T TV though. And I've got to say I have friends that subscribe to it and absolutely love it. So it really does seem like you're either a big fan or absolutely hate it. So I understand both. Everybody has reasons for it. Freyden is an Eagles fan. Todd recommends starting a Just Plus channel. Nobody needs that. Nobody at all. Is the Roku soundbar easy to use, like the regular remote? My mom has tech issues and I like simple. Yeah, definitely. I would say I've tried out a few stream bars or a few sound bars. The Roku one has been my favorite, and it does come with a remote. It has a Roku built into it, which is really great. So it comes with a remote, so you just use that remote to power the soundbar and also to use the built-in Roku. So super simple in my opinion, especially if you're already used to using a Roku device. It's very easy. I will say that they're probably all going to go on sale very, very soon. Actually, Roku is doing a Labor Day sale right now, but also for like Black Friday and around the holidays, I think you'll see the price on those go down a lot. Just a guess, has not been confirmed. Joe says, I remember AT&T TV Now back when it used to be DirecTV Now. Yeah, so it went from DirecTV Now to AT&T TV Now to AT&T TV, now to DirecTV Stream, which is incredibly confusing. So every time that happens, I do a big explainer post to just talk about what the difference is and what's happening. My gosh, crazy. Let's see, any Labor Day deals or promos offered by streaming services? We're seeing a lot of devices go on sale, but I haven't seen a lot of sales on streaming services, but I'm definitely keeping an eye out. Okay, Deborah says, got free Apple TV Plus from T-Mobile yesterday. Awesome. Definitely check your mobile phone plan and see if you get anything for free. I'm on Verizon, so I'm getting Discovery Plus. Excuse me, I was getting free Disney Plus. So definitely check. T-Mobile offers so many. They have Netflix and Apple TV Plus, lots of good stuff. Oh my gosh, you guys are killing me with this Jess Plus thing. Jeff says it was already discussed to have a Jess 24/7 channel with a live Wednesday night Q&A, and the other 164 hours a week would be past streams. Like I said, no one needs that much of my face, my voice every week at all. It would be fun to do a Cord Cutters news channel. Would you guys watch that? I think that would be really fun. Teddy says on Apple TV you have to watch the show See. Yeah, a friend just texted me a couple days ago that he and his wife started watching it and that it's wonderful. He said that the first episode felt like an entire season. So I have not watched that one yet. If you have, please let me know what you think. But sounds really good. Just 24/7 plus. Oh my gosh. Absolutely not. But we should get that on a t-shirt. I would wear that. NYC says, check out the series Aria on Hulu. Is that how you say that? Be sure to turn on subtitles. The show is in Hindi. Ooh, that sounds fun. Arya, for those of you listening in. Definitely, I would watch that. Eric says, maybe a Philip Plus with lots of tech tips. Absolutely, that's one that I would watch. Cord Cutters News movie along with the live stream. My gosh. I don't know about all this. Sounds like a lot. Have you heard about Heels on Stars? I have not, but please tell me what it's about. THX says, T-Mobile is on shaky ground with me after the data breach. What a nightmare. Yeah, agreed. I keep trying to figure out what the company is saying about that, but it seems like they have some interesting messaging around all of that. We could call the channel Just Jess. Yep, love it. G Money says we're full of ideas today. I feel like the chat always goes in a weird direction. I'm here for it. It makes Wednesday nights more fun. Michael says, I did a rescan on my antenna, but still did not get Rewind TV. I am in Hollywood, Florida. Let me look into that. We can do a post about that. Howard is very excited that CM Punk is back in wrestling. Yeah, I saw a couple of you talking about that. Jess and Luke in the morning show. Yeah, unfortunately, Luke isn't here anymore, but it sounds like, yeah, a morning show just reminds me of the podcast that we used to do. That was fun. Oh, a Star series about wrestling. Okay, that's probably why I hadn't heard of it. I'm not a big wrestling fan, but I would check it out. It's behind the scenes, like a movie. Oh, okay. Yeah, sounds fun. So wrestling fans, check out Heels on Stars. Mike says Disney Plus and Hulu and ESPN Plus $13.99, Hulu with no commercials for $19.99. Yep, and Mike is talking about the Disney bundle, which is a great deal if you want Disney, Hulu, and ESPN. You can get them all. G Money says saw an ad for Heels. Oh, it has Stephen Amell from Arrow. Nice. Frayden says Paramount Plus is addicting. If you go into the Nick channel and see all of the old shows from the 90s, it's like a kid in a toy store. Yeah, absolutely. I love that they have those classic Nickelodeon shows. Sorry about that, Bill. It took away your message. I did not mean to delete it, but it won't let me bring it back. Sorry about that. It auto-moderated it. Yeah, so the Nickelodeon channel, absolutely. I love all of those classic shows. The reason I said classic with the air quotes, last week I posted something about classic TV and it was also from the 70s, and some people gave me such a hard time. They said it wasn't classic unless it was much older than that, but that's what they've been calling it. The the streaming service wrote and said that they had classic TV and it was from the 70s. So it was not my personal opinion. I was just relaying the news from the service. Let's see. Oh, somebody was asking if I'm in Cleveland. Yes, I am in Cleveland, Ohio. Let's see here. No word about any new devices from Tableau at the moment, but if we hear anything, we will definitely post about it. However, right now, the Tableau Dual Lite is on sale. It's, I think, $60 off, so definitely check that out if you are in the market. Jose says, since I was an early adopter of DirecTV Now during their horrible glitchy launch, I'm grandfathered into the $70 105 channels with HBO Max for $5 and got a free Apple TV. Nice, that's a good deal. Are you still grandfathered into it even with the changeover? That is impressive. Okay, thank you guys for supporting me with my classic TV claim. I would say things from the 70s are considered classic TV. Bill, I just got your email. I just saw the notification. Thank you. I'll read that after we're done here. Any new streaming services on the horizon? Not really. CNN is coming out with a new one, and the Weather Channel is coming out with theirs. So some things that we've been hearing about for a while we will be looking forward to next year, but nothing huge. No like big new live TV streaming services that we know of. Jordan says, I've been watching old episodes of Kablam. Nice. Good stuff. I need to watch all of those Nickelodeon game shows. Those were my favorite. NYC says, anything from the 70s, 80s, or 90s are classics, just not the 2000s. That's fair. I can deal with that. Oh, okay. Bill says it's a link to search directly for Rewind TV by zip code. I will make a post. I'll try to make sure I do it tomorrow with some info about Rewind TV and that link so that you can find it in your area. And that website will tell you what channel to watch on. Todd says that he would pay $100 a month to watch Just Plus because I don't come cheap. That's too funny. Yikes. Cannot imagine ever asking anyone to pay for any of this. That's crazy. Deborah said that Edward Scissorhands is on Hulu as of today. Awesome. For those of you who haven't seen them, we do posts every Monday at 5 p.m. Eastern Time with all of the new stuff coming to Hulu, Netflix, and Amazon Prime Video for the week. Love that post. There's always so much stuff. So definitely check those out if you're just looking for a quick look at what's coming on the big 3 streaming services. Excuse me, gosh, I'm so sorry. Okay. I would like Jess to be in charge of Boomerang from Cartoon Network. That would be a great job. Love that idea. Jose said Just Plus is all scary horror movies all the time. You know me well. You know how much I love scary movies. Just kidding. Halloween is not my favorite. Howard says, will DirecTV Stream become like DirecTV? Will they have NFL Network or Sunday Ticket? So Sunday Ticket is really still up in the air. It is possible that they would add Sunday Ticket. I have a whole section of a post about DirecTV Stream where I talk about the possibility of that happening. So it's sticking with DirecTV right now, but it's possible that they would work out some kind of a deal with the NFL to put Sunday Ticket onto streaming also. But as of now, I don't think that they have talked about that possibility, but I'm sure it's something they're thinking about. Frayden says Boomerang should merge with HBO Max, put all of that content on there. I think we talked about this a couple weeks ago, yeah. Hocus Pocus, yes, CJ, I do like Hocus Pocus. You are absolutely correct. Have I seen Respect? I have not yet. Have any of you? Let me know in the chat if you've seen the Aretha Franklin biopic. Oh, THX says there's a college football game on TV but muted the volume so that you can watch the stream. Thank you so much. Okay, people are trash talking Cleveland now, so let's just take it easy here. I've been to Cleveland. They can't make a movie that scary. That's rude. Cleveland's beautiful. Take it back. Jeff says the official Just channel, 4 hours of a live Q&A. My voice would never hold out that long. A full variety of past Q&A, past podcasts with Luke, and past segments with Philip. You know, this is a great idea. I'll see what we can do. Limited resources over here, but, you know, love the idea. Don't love the idea of doing a 4-hour Q&A. Absolutely not. There's no way that my voice would last that long. I'm struggling now and it's been 40 minutes. Jose said, I love the Crazy Adam Driver musical Annette on Prime. I have seen ads for that, but have not watched it. Frayden says, the Cry Macho Clint Eastwood movie coming to HBO Max looks really good. Agreed. That's coming out soon, yeah? Christmas Story was in Cleveland. Yes, it was, Howard. The Christmas Story house is not far from here. I have been there a couple of times now. Super fun. All right, let's see. Adam says, I heard that Amazon Prime is the front runner for NFL Sunday Ticket. There are a bunch of different companies that are all kind of trying to get dibs on Sunday Ticket. So Disney is looking at it, Amazon is looking at it, lots of different companies. So I don't know. I think there's a lot of rumors going around right now, but I don't think anything has been confirmed. Is Locast going away? Not right now. So for those of you who missed it at the beginning of the live stream, we talked about the Locast case. And like I said, we have a couple of posts up. Let me grab this link for you again. So Locast right now, the judge did rule against Locast, saying that they were using their donation money to expand the service to other cities, and it can't do that anymore. So that was not a great moment for Locast, but Locast responded by just taking away those notifications, asking for donations, and they are going to continue to fight. It means that the case is probably going to go to trial later, so we will just kind of wait and see what happens. But it looks like the trial won't happen until 2022, so we still have time. Bill says the Flintstones are on Tubi for anyone who's interested. Good stuff. Howard says, wonder if Hulu would get Sunday Ticket since they have NFL Network and Red Zone. Definitely a possibility, or they could put it on ESPN Plus, or I don't know if there's a way for them to do both or divide up the games. Not sure. Any word on when a Nash Bridges reboot is coming out? I have not heard anything about it, so if anyone knows, leave it in the chat. Frayden says, Sunday Ticket rumors change every day. Agreed. It's Prime Video who is supposedly most likely to get it, but before it was Apple TV+. Yeah, exactly. So I think everyone is just hearing different things or making things up. So hard to believe anything that we're seeing on social media or hearing right now, but we are keeping an eye out for any actual news straight from the NFL. NYC says it's going to be lengthy negotiations between NFL and all of the content providers. Absolutely. And again, it all comes down to money, if we're being honest. Did I attend the Jake Paul fight on Sunday? Absolutely not. No desire whatsoever. And that's all I will say about Jake Paul. Subsonic says we probably won't see any NFL Sunday Ticket until after the season is over. Yeah, we definitely still have some time before we get any answers here. Howard says, you do great work, Jess. Thank you so much. Say hi to Philip. I've been a long-time subscriber with CCN. I will definitely tell him that you said hello. Let's see here. What did I miss? Yeah, some people are just throwing out their favorite free streaming services. Tubi is definitely a good one. Lots and lots of options for free content. THX says, when I subscribed to DirecTV, I had Sunday Ticket, but it was very expensive. Yes, absolutely true. And that's another thing to keep in mind. No matter who gets Sunday Ticket, it's going to be very expensive. Jim says, no hurry for the Nash Bridges reboot. I read Don Johnson is on the show. Oh, he's on the show Kenan right now. Oh, okay, so it looks like they have not announced when it's coming out yet. CCN has given me tons of information and kept money in my pocket. That is exactly what we love to hear. Good stuff. Michael says, why do they keep remaking old movies and TV series? Can't these writers and producers and creators come up with anything new? I think that there are lots of new things coming out as well, but after a couple of these reboots saw some success, they really wanted to capitalize on that and try and reboot more shows. Unfortunately, a lot of them, as we have seen, are not that great. Maybe that's an unpopular opinion. Tell me if there are any that you guys really like, but I haven't loved all of them. I don't want to trash talk any of these shows that maybe you guys really like, but let me know if there's a reboot that you really liked. DMS, I am ignoring your Cleveland jokes. I'm not here for any Cleveland trash talk. Jason says, do you think it might take an act of Congress to let services like Locast stay alive? I don't know what's going to happen, to be honest. I think that this will have set some kind of precedent for other services that want to do stuff like this. I think that Locast has been more successful than others so far, and I think it's also because they have a good legal team behind them, so I don't know. We'll see what happens. I'm really pulling for Locast. I just don't know what's going to happen. G-Money says that whenever reboots make a little money, the makers are encouraged to do more and more. Exactly. And I think it's probably a little bit easier to, especially for these streaming services, to bring them back and kind of make people feel some kind of nostalgia for the original. Joe Los says, Mighty Ducks Game Changers was a good reboot. Yeah, true. I do like that one. Cleveland deserves more respect. I agree. It's a great city. If you haven't been here, check it out sometime. It's great. Let's see. Adam says, wondering if Prime customers will be able to get Sunday Ticket for free. I would absolutely not count on that at all. The Mamalorian, love your name, first of all. Brand new here, welcome. Where do I begin? I would like to be a cord cutter. Okay, so I would say start by getting an antenna and seeing what channels you can get for free. And I would say before you go ahead and cancel cable, do some free trials of streaming services, see which ones you like, if they have the channels that you're looking for. Just make sure that it's something that's going to work for you before you go ahead and cancel your cable. But check out cordcuttersnews.com. We have tons of info over there. And keep coming back here and asking all of your questions. If I don't have an answer for you, somebody in the chat will every time. So it can be overwhelming, but don't let it get to you. Yeah, just take it slow, see what you like about different streaming services, use those free trials, ask a lot of questions, and hopefully it will help you save some money. Howard says, what do you think will happen with all these live streaming services? Competition is great, but at some point, where does it go? Yeah, there are quite a few at this point, but we've also seen some shut down. We saw T-Vision shut down, for example. I think that the ones that are doing well will continue to do well, although we're seeing some of them dropping subscribers. So I think people are just really seeing the value in on-demand services, free streaming services, using an antenna for those local channels. So to be honest, I think that the future of streaming is more on-demand content and less live TV. I think that as Sorry, I got distracted by a comment. I think that as people continue to cut the cord, they aren't going to care as much about watching things live. They're just going to want to watch whenever they feel like watching. So I don't think that live TV streaming is necessarily the future of cord cutting. So there are my 2 cents. Yeah, people are saying that on-demand is the way to go if you can deal with the commercials, but like live TV also has commercials, so there's that. Adam says Rewind TV should get an app for people who can't get the channel. Do they have one on Roku? Some of those channels have Roku apps or Fire TV apps, but I don't think Rewind TV does because it's still new. Figure out what you can't live without, then shop around for the best price for your needs. Get an antenna. Absolutely. Great advice. Jose has another good point. The best part of all of these streaming services is no contract, so you can cancel at any time. Absolutely. So if you try one out and you don't like it, cancel, try something else. It's a great way to test out a lot of different things without spending a lot of money. Martin says, welcome to all the new cord cutters. Absolutely. I would like to think that we're a pretty helpful community, so definitely come back here and ask your questions. People are very friendly and happy to give advice. Richard says, I don't mind the commercials, actually like both on-demand and commercials. I don't mind them so much either. I think I'm just used to cable where we always had commercials, so I think for the next generation that has grown up without having to watch ads and TV commercials, it is probably a little more annoying for them, but since we're used to it, it doesn't bother me. Yeah, G-Money says it's easy to cancel a streaming service and you won't be on the phone for an hour. That is true. All right, guys, my voice is getting very shaky. So I think I'm gonna go ahead and wrap things up here. So thank you all so much for coming and hanging out with me again tonight. This hour kind of flew by. So thank you all so much for all of your questions, for all of the Locast talk and everything else, and for all of your recommendations for new things to watch. I think C is at the top of my list now. So thank you so much, and I will see you all in the next one. Bye.